glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. We'll watch the Portland Trail Blazers. GA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Gasol at the 5 spot. LeBron against Jones. And that one's good. James. Well, we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin. It really can depend on how difficult or complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
Schroeder finds Davis. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
You know, it's not only his size and strength and athleticism, but Davis's timing is so special. That's why he boards it so well.
The drive by Nurkic. Covington trying to break free. Nurkic can't hit. The Lakers have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Outside for Davis. Schroeder looking around. Loads it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. 6-point game. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
We know that's in the past. You can't change that for sure. Nevertheless, a win would be sweet.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, in his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lakers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Down low. Kicks it out to LeBron. Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. Bangs home the trifecta.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Rodney Hood's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Hood gets the bucket.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Lakers leading by 7. Pass to Morris. Kuzma outside. And Kuzma slams it in.
At 6'9", Kuzma is a terrific athlete, and he's very good at using that size and athleticism to knife through the defense.
McCollum finds Anthony. Here's Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hits it from three-point range.
Potent with and without the ball, McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Kuzma passes to Harrell. Outside Matthews. Morris with the ball. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Kuzma. Here's Caruso. It's good.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
And McCollum launches it from deep. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with the big loss.
I look to the times where things are going well, so this is going to come.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony is out there with Hood. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Simons in at the 1.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Pass to Harrell. Kuzma outside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Here's Simons. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Caruso kicks to Harrell. Out to Kuzma. Over Hood. Kuzma can't get it to go. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Hood. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Well, making the right decision in pick and rolls, the right basketball play, James is excellent at that.
That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Damian Lillard.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
So smooth, so fluid, effortless, yet powerful. When Davis gets positioning like that, he's trying to dunk it.
Back to Covington for the 3. It's not going to go for him.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
There's the pass to Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
That is textbook when you're talking a pump fake. Well executed that time by Davis. So good at knowing how to use that shot fake effectively.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the night. And he knocks down the first one. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
You know, LeBron plays a very mistake-free game, usually in the open court, and when he's out on the break, the points are almost a guarantee.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Caldwell-Pope against McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. Over Caldwell-Pope. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Schroeder against Covington. Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
And it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Caldwell-Pope against McCollum. To the wing right side. And just miss after miss right now. Schroeder kicks to Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got 6.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And so that's the end of the first half. Lakers lead by 13. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 12 points, and LeBron, now late in his career, still playing at a very high level. Kenny, when's the last time you saw a star LeBron's age this good?
Whew, man, I don't know. Dirk aged well, but he wasn't dominant.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell-Pope, and it's Gasol at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Davis on the follow. 14 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Ball's knocked loose. Passes it to LeBron. Launches it. And another three for the Lakers.
You know, I don't think his three-point shooting, guys, is what we think of most with LeBron James, but it's certainly a big part of what makes him so dangerous and special now.
Lillard from outside. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's Davis missing.
And that was almost one for the highlights. The long-distance alley-oop, just a fraction off the mark.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And he hits the first of three.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Harrell kicks to Caruso. Outside for Caldwell Pope. James against Hood. Pass to Davis. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. The drive by James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot two free throws. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
Boy, that burst of speed. James may be the fastest guy in the league, and because of his size and speed, he's a force when he turns the jets on.
Free throw good, James.
And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute, and that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. Took on full ball handling responsibilities with the Lakers last year and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
The Portland, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Matthews comes in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's Anthony. Nurkic trying to get open. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Carmelo Anthony. And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. At one point, they led by 16. Harrell against Nurkic. Harrell, the pass to Kuzma. Over to the wing. Caruso kicks to Kuzma. Dishes it to Harrell. And Harrell snaps it in.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Anthony. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Left side, Davis. Kuzma outside. Thank knocked in off the glass. Kuzma's got his third bucket of the night.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Here's Simon, and he dunks it down.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. That shot is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
It's a long game. It's a long game. But listen, we don't have a chance if we don't rebound and defend and give them second chance points. It takes too much out of us, all right?
Well, the message there, can't give up additional scoring opportunities.
He is on point with that. They have got to do a better job on the backboards, and right now, the effort is lacking.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones, and it's Cancer in at the 5, roaming the paint. First one falls. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role, tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Kyle Kuzma is a guy who burst on the scene during his rookie year and is a fun player to watch. He's a guy that really has an outstanding all-around game.
McCollum against Caldwell Pope. It's McCollum with the drive. Kicks it out to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Trailblazers. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Caldwell Pope passes to Kuzma. LeBron against McCollum. It's good.
That is the savvy of LeBron on display. Doesn't just convert, but draws the foul and has the chance to tack another one on his point total.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
Marcus All check in for Kyle Kuzma. Pass to Cannon. Kicks to McCollum. It's Lillard, top of the key. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
Boy, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
Schroeder against Lillard. McCollum outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 14. Caldwell Pope kicks to James. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Lillard, a rebound by the Lakers. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Caldwell Pope pass to Schroeder. Outside Gasol. He's looking for James and finds him from 13, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. LeBron's got 14 points here in the second half.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Lakers.
They really lit it up in this fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely. Just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in the 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
James finds Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Lillard from outside, and another 3 for Portland.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Here's LeBron.
Are you kidding me?
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, a road trip coming up ahead against some quality teams. What's the level of confidence that you can take care of business out there?
We're very confident. We're going to stay disciplined. We're going to take it one game at a time. We got a lot of tough teams coming up. On the road, it's always tough. You have nobody there, but the team. We're going to continue to play together, and hopefully we can come out on top.
Well, you guys do well when it's you against the world, man. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.